Oh man.
Hey guys, this is Alec. You might know me from Team APS. I just won our, what do we call this tournament?
Locals World Championship.
Local World Championship. I have the black envelope to prove it. And I won it with Dracotail. So I'll show you guys what I ran. It's not great, but it was enough to win in time. Alright, so I ran pretty much 3 copies of every Dracotail monster. I know you're not supposed to, but I needed to fill up a deck. So Urgla and Pan are actually at 3 and only bricked me in hand 1 time, so that was nice. Just knowing when to, like, which ones you want to hold, which ones you want to use on your opponent's turn. It's matchup dependent, but I got a crazy amount of work off of Urgla and a decent amount of work out of Pan, so I'm not mad at it. Other monsters, 2 Blazing Cartesias would have been at 3, but I only have 2, so I ran 2. I ran it with 2 King of the Swamps. Just this one enables more fusion summons as a quick effect, and this one lets me make Dragoon, so he's in here too. I was supposed to run a polymerization so I could pitch it and get a poly. Didn't do it. I actually didn't have an extra sleeve, so. Hand traps, because you need lots of monsters in this deck. 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 3 Veiler, and 2 Phantasmate. I don't like modern hand traps because I don't want to pay for them, so I use the old stuff, and these did just fine, honestly. I actually liked all these cards. I only used Phantasmate once. It's a bit more niche than the others, but it's a decent enough buy to have on board. I usually have a Kashtira Fenrir in here as well, but that's not allowed in this format. So those are all my hand traps. Spells and traps. 3 Ketu Dracotail. This card is just huge. You get a search. Your opponent has a monster. You get the fusion summon. In this deck, having as many fusion summons as possible is super important. So sometimes even if I could remove a monster off my opponent's board, I actually just left it there so I could get my extra fusion summon off the Ketu Dracotail. Just extremely important card, very easy to get out the deck. Kind of same situation for Rahu Dracotail. This lets you use fusion materials out of your deck to make your fusion summons. It's just it's very flexible in what effects you want to use, because essentially that means you get to just pull whatever effect you want out of your deck. So you can adjust to matchups. Extremely searchable. You need it, you want it. Solid card. I mean, it's Party Engine. You get it. And then I ran 2 copies of each of the traps, Horn and Flame. You know, a lot of people run just a single copy, but I'm not at all trying to be optimal. And more importantly, my opponent, twice my initial Horn or Flame got negated, which really hurt. So it would normally hurt the engine, but I kept an extra copy of each. That way, whenever I did have a Flame or a Horn, I was able to find one engraved to recycle. Now, this deck was literally just Dracotail engine, and that got me through with these fun little time rules. 3 copies of Gulamel in the extra deck. This card is awesome. It is essentially Thunder Dragon Titan, so it has to chain to your Dracotail card. That means your opponent can interrupt by chaining to the Dracotail card before it can. Knowing that, I played around that really well, I think. Gulamel worked every time I wanted to work, and then I kind of use it as bait when I didn't care if it worked, so that was fun. Arthalion, he's your main guy to get your cards back in your hand. He'll keep your hand. Downside, your opponent will probably just negate it, and then you don't get any cards back, and now you're playing with a reduced game state. So it's a shame, but it only happened twice where he got negated. So for the most part, he was really useful. And when it came to closing out games, I just pick up my opponent's monsters and then swing for game. Next up, we'll have the kind of Mysterion and Sir Secretarian. Yeah. I did not use these. Why? Because I barely understand them. They're good cards in theory. I just didn't use them. I mainly just played behind Dracotail. That's the story behind all the rest of these fusions, honestly. Guardian Chimera. I didn't use it. Good card. Didn't need it. And then Dragoon was here as well. Did not use it. Would have been nice. But King of the Swamp literally did not show up during a tournament, so that was just not going to happen. Links. We had Cross Sheet, Artemis, Spirit, SP, and the Heretic. Regardless of all this, these are all solid cards, and you should run them in your deck. I actually only used the SP and the Cross Sheet. I would have used Heretic, except twice I forgot to actually link into the Spirit, so I had an extra dragon. That was dumb of me. So I would have used this had I not made a mistake. But SP and Cross Sheep, they were just really handy, helping me remove bodies off board and getting a monster from my graveyard. Just really solid stuff. I'm happy with my performance. I felt like the tournament was more about playing against time than it was about playing against my opponent. I don't think I'd be here without the time rules, but I still don't like them. So, yeah, Konami changed that. Anyway, stay tuned for more of Ed's content.